and together we'll make the next 45 minutes plus very, very interesting. Trust me, no dull moments on this program. And quickly, before I go ahead with the update, I'd like to plead with Entraco, Ministry of Environment. I don't even know under whose jurisdiction what I'm about to say falls. I want to plead with you to do something about the touts we have on the streets of Owerri. They call them agboros. It's becoming too much. It's getting out of hand. You go to Bank Road, you go to Mbise Road, you go to Douglas. Name it, everywhere agboros. Collecting money from bus drivers, from marketers. I actually do not know who checkmates these people. At the end of the day, the money they collect, where does it go? I don't understand what's going on in Imo. You could be walking along the street one day and someone will just accost you, hey, give me money for matching ground. It will soon get to that point. So please, if you know it falls under your jurisdiction, I don't know the ministry now to pinpoint. I beg you, do something before it gets out of hand. Thank you very much. And also, this is to inform everyone that this month's Ojezurobodo will be at Egbu Ancient Kingdom. I'm actually looking forward to being a part of that particular edition. It promises to be fun and interesting. And the address is Ogodo School Field right there at Egbu. Try as much as you can to make it down to the venue for Ojezurobodo on the 29th day of August. In few days, actually, do not forget to make it down there and be a part of that particular program. Trust me, it's going to be very, very interesting, okay? All right, let's go get some update this morning on Health Revolution. And I will start off with this one that is actually seeking, the help of Nigerians to donate corneas, as 200 patients await transplants. You know what a cornea is? Well, let's find out. Now, as part of efforts to reduce the burden of corneal blindness, the Eye Bank for Restoring Sight has urged Nigerians to pledge their corneas for donation after death to help restore sight to people who need them. Now, the Eye Bank, which is actually a non-governmental organization, said this has become imperative as 3.64 million Nigerians were living with corneal blindness, with more than 200 patients awaiting corneal transplant. Now, the aim of cornea donation is to ensure that people living with corneal blindness in Nigeria do not remain unnecessarily blind when their sight can be restored through transplantation. So to cut the long story short, what this actually is trying to say is that the Eye Bank, they are actually pleading for people to start, I don't know how to put this now, right? Before you die, you can actually walk up to a hospital and tell the doctor, Biko, when I die, take off the cornea from my eye. I want to donate it to people who are at risk of corneal blindness. This is done in the western part of the world, though. It's only in this country that, everything seems to be, strange. So they are pleading, just like you have the blood bank. When someone is in need of blood, they easily rush to the blood bank, to give out blood and all of that. Now there is an Eye Bank. E-Y-E. I don't get bank. Okay, so please, let's take this as priority, okay? Don't say, oh, it doesn't concern me. Anybody can come down with corneal blindness. I just wanted to do a little bit of sensitization on that. And then quickly, NAFDAC is also putting out a warning and telling manufacturers to recall their products. Remember that they banned the PET bottles and sachets alcoholic beverages not quite long, and they are saying that these things are still in the open market. Manufacturers, distributors should recall those products, or else they are going to take a step further and do something that will be unheard of. So please, if you know you're still in the habit of selling the sachet alcoholic beverages, I beg you in the name of God, do the needful before NAFDAC will send its officials to storm your warehouse or your facility. Okay, so today's topic, If you're not on Facebook, first of all, I want you to go on Facebook right now and join the conversation. We're going to be flashing some clips and pictures that I know would be of great interest to you. And what do I want to talk about? A few days ago, we saw the trending video from Very Dark Man, VDM, announcing to Nigerians and announcing to the world that a new trend has started taking up the lives of Nigerian youths. And then right beside him was a young man whom actually shared his experience. 17-year-old young man whose kidney was removed without his consent. Sounds strange, right? But it's happening in Nigeria. And to cut the long story short, in that video, Very Dark Man made it clear that the young man said he went to the hospital, I think for another thing, and then his kidney, one of his kidneys was removed without his consent in our country, Nigeria. What does this mean? Someone could have, what do they call it now? Appendicitis, for instance. I'm giving you an example. And then decides to go do a surgery to remove that part of the appendicitis or whatever it's called. And then in the course of the surgery, the healthcare worker removes one of his kidney. What do you call that? Is it theft? I don't even know the word to use to describe that now. So there is a trend of harvesting organs from Nigerians without their consent. That's the time and era we have found ourselves. And then in the course of this conversation, we shall discover what the Nigerian law has to say about it. Does the Nigerian law give a doctor the consent to remove any organ from a patient without their consent? Are there health consequences when young people sell off their kidneys for money? We'll be looking at all these things, and maybe toward the end of the program, you'll have a clearer picture of what exactly is going on in the country. But I'd like us to go take a listen to those audio clips. I had to put some clips together, a documentary, the voice of VDM, and later on, I'll bring you the voice of Dr. Njemanze, who has been at the forefront trying to fight and let the legislators amend the Nigerian Health Act. We'll come to that. But for now, let's go take a listen to this audio. Please, whatever you're doing, I want you to sit back, listen with rapt attention, because what I'm about to unveil will shock everyone. Don't go anywhere.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
All right, so following the kidney scan results we got from FMC, Federal Medical Center in Jabi, and the other results we got from Nisa
Now,
Premier.
before 2 days ago, being 19th, I came to the office. They have been here before. I think about 2-3 weeks ago, they came with his mom. They came with your mother, right? Now, they came before, and then they said they went to a hospital and they removed his kidney. But the whole story didn't make sense to me. So I told them that, I'm not going to do something that does not have proof. Until 2 days ago, being 19th, and they came back again, and then he said, please, we want you to look at this, we want justice. His kidney was actually removed. Now, without doing anything, I just say, you know what, I called the doctor at Nisa Premier Hospital in Jabi, and I said, please, somebody came to me and made a complaint that his kidney was removed. I will need to do a scan. You will do scan. So of course, yes. And then that was how I drove in the rain with this young man, and then we went to the hospital. So this is when we went to the hospital.
No, this is the first time. That's how I was really fine.
Alright, so this guy and his parents came to my office that they removed his kidney in a hospital and without his consent. So we came to the hospital here in Nisa Premier to do a test. Open your stomach in case when you see it. Yes. So we have to do a test to be sure that whether his kidney is there or not. So we are here at the scan place, and he's about to go into the scan. We have to end the video and then show the doctor place.
There's the liver. So you follow the arm. There's the liver.
Okay.
And the right quadrant. There's the right kidney.
Okay.
That round thing there.
This one
Showing the outline, yeah.
with blood supply.
That's the kidney.
Yes,
The right
this is
kidney.
the right kidney.
Okay.
This is gallbladder.
Okay.
This
It's a black
is
thing
here.
there.
This is black
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the pancreas here. This one is outline.
Okay.
Then here on the left side,
Yes.
this is the spleen,
Okay.
and these are the intestine.
Okay.
There is no left kidney here.
Huh?
No left kidney. This is the stone. This is the bladder. The stone. The entire left area.
Yeah.
No, blood, so it's no problem. I'll remove it.
The stone, the entire left area.
They do kidney harvesting. So I want to tell am say they will carry my kidney go outside country. I be how? Say no. And me and the person will get kidney problem. We do tests. For you okay, then they will give me 1.1. I can't tell them. I told him that the money is too small. What of 2 million? Not to say no. Say they will give me 1.1. We talk. Don't tell me say okay. They will give me 1.2.
Abbas is one of at least 6 young men from Mararaba that have followed this dangerous path. The black market trade in kidney thrives on 3 key groups of people: kidney brokers, hospital staff, and local agents who scout for vulnerable youths and minors within communities. 16-year-old Yahya Musa was lured by his friend Abdul Rahman to sell his kidney. That friend acts as a local agent for kidney brokers.
There is one day that one of my friends called me and told me that there is one hospital that they used to sell kidney there, that him to sell his own, that they are going to give us 1 million for the kidney selling. So after we went for the checkup for 1 week, they now call me for the next day and tell me that I should come on Wednesday, that they are going to do the operation on Friday. So after I left home and go to there, they now do some checkup for me. And on Friday, we now enter the operation room around 9 o'clock. They now did the operation for me. So after they do it finish, they now give me 1 million. And one of the agents that take me to there took 20,000. And the boy that took me to there take 100,000. So the remaining money that they give to me, it was 780,000.
Yahaya is not alone. Adebayo Oluwatobi is another minor who was lured in February 2023 by his friend, also an agent, to sell his kidney.
On the fair, this hospital no get right. Come on, 70 years old boy kidney, sell am. Come on, 70 years old boy kidney, oh. Sell am for this hospital. They come here, they tell us trash. And they carry this thing go marry. They come on, 70 years old boy kidney, oh. Why will it be like that? Which place do they work like this? Which place they work like that? Every time say no get family, you carry am. They come out kidney for him body. Una go here, go that woman right to go do am. They go here am. They own a play.
You know, be something now. This guy don't reach 17 years old. This guy don't reach 17. Carry person go come out kidney for him body. You know, it be like that too. I know, like, you know, it be like that. It be like that normally. I'm on a guys judge this case.
Come go to the hospital. As we go, now started tests. As we start tests, the first person I want to give, she died before this thing. So they change another person for me. So as a change another person, we can't do cross match, kidney match, as in match. So and I leave house before 1 month, before they started. I told my mother that I'm going to work for Lagos. So I know we'll come back now and I tell my babe. So my babe say I don't run, sir. So as I go, they rent room for me. I stay there like 1 month before they start. So as they start, we start with the process. I do 3 days for the hospital. They plug me drip before doing. I'm the first person. Will be almost 12 people, different places.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Okay, welcome back. And I actually had to play you that documentary. I give credit to Trust actually for putting up that documentary where a lot of young Nigerians, especially men, were interviewed. Now, when you look at these men, you find out that majority of them have got scars, especially on the left side of their bodies, signifying that their left kidneys have been extracted and sold. Some were actually aware before the process. Some were not aware. And that's the problem we are having in this country at the moment. A situation where a young, vulnerable boy of 16, 17 is lured to a hospital with a huge amount of money. They might even tell you, I will pay you 10 million. At the end of the day, they negotiate and they say, okay, we're going to pay you 6 million naira. However, as the agent, you give me 1 million. The staff who is going to connive with us, you give them 500,000. The brokers, you give them 2020. Before you know, the money will come down to, you heard that young man say, what he took home was 780,000 naira for kidney that will be sold for about 30 million naira. What a world. When are we ever going to stop recording cases like this? But before we go ahead to the next phase of the conversation, right? I'd want us to go take a message from our sponsor. Don't forget this, we have a sponsor on the program. I would want us to listen to that message. And when we come back, 1 or 2 talk here and there, and then I'll open up the phone line. And of course, we'll get to hear a voice of Dr. Njemanze, also saying much about the Nigerian Health Act and how it has enabled doctors to actually do this. But let's go take a listen to a message from our sponsor.
This program is sponsored by If Green Foods.
Aha! Ndị banyi ndị If Green Food ebuterela anyị nri ọma abụọ. Ọ bụ If Green Vita nakwa fufu flour.
Yes, so If Green Vita bụ nri ọma, ya bụ ị na-elo akpịrị ga na-ekwu egwu. O nwere fiber ga-eme ka ị ghara inwe weight rie nne. If Green Vita nwere vitamin A n'ime ya, ị ga-eji ụdị ofe ọbụla wee loda ya fiam.
Kedụzi maka fufu flour? Ebe ahụ ka nke bụ nri dịzinụ. Maka na arụrụ ya n'ụzọ pụrụ iche, o nweghị isi. Bịa nwee carbohydrate nke ọma n'ime ya, nakwa protein iji nyere gị aka ịnọrọ n'ezi ọnọdụ ahụike. Naanị nkeji 5 ka ị ga-eji mee ya, na-ejighị gbawa ọsụsọ ọbụla ịsụ ya asụ. O nweghị abụba n'ime ya, o nweghị cholesterol. Ọ bụ naanị akpụ ka eji rụọ ya kpọm.
Nri abụọ ndị a dị na 1 kg. Ị ga-azụta ya n'ọdụ ahịa ọbụla dị n'ala anyị.
Ngwa sonyere anyị na Twitter, Facebook nakwa Instagram @ifgreenfood maka ajụjụ ngwa kpọọ
KC Stores, number 10 Stadium Lane, Owerri. Telephone number 08146646966. A ka chọkwuru ndị nkesa ahịa. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na nke a, kpọọ ọfịs nọmba anyị 0908-328-8888.
If Green Foods, rie nri dị mma ma nwee ezi ọnọdụ ahụike.
My good people of Owerri, ever heard of If Green Foods? If Green Foods introduces 2 exciting new products, If Green Vita and If Green Fufu Flour. If Green Vita is a fiber-rich instant swallow which can be prepared in just 3 minutes. It's a fairly new product in the market for those who want something better than the traditional garri they are used to. If Green Fufu Flour is also a fiber-rich instant swallow, So without pounding and sweating, you can get your fufu akpu ready in just 5 minutes. Let me splash more info on these products, starting with Eve Green Vita. Eve Green Vita is fortified with vitamin A for good vision and is rich in fiber to aid weight management. So smooth to swallow and easily digested due to its low carbohydrate content, and it's gluten-free, prepared with boiled water, not stir or fried. It's so easy to prepare. Eve Green Fufu Flour. Eve Green Fufu Flour is one of the finest quality. It's order-free but full of the same great taste of fufu for those who cherish the African swallow of all time. Fufu is an ultimate energy food for maximum performance, a good source of carbohydrates to help maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle. It contains considerable amounts of protein, zero fat, and zero cholesterol content. The two Eve Green Foods products are available in pack size of 1 kg, found in most stores, supermarkets, and open markets. You can follow us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X at Eve Green Foods. Contact our Owerri distributors, KC Stores at number 1 Old Stadium Lane, Owerri, Imo State, or call 0814 664 6966. More distributors wanted nationwide. Contact company office on 0908 328 8888. Eat Eve Green Foods, eat healthy.
Echo FM.
Of course, you're welcome back. It's still Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7, or where you just listened to a message from our sponsor, Eve Green Foods, a subsidiary of Eve Green Industries and Investments Limited. We are live on Facebook at Echo FM 100.7 and Echo FM. Before I get to open up the phone lines to get your submission and hear your thoughts, on what you have to say on the topic for today, I'd like to also let you know that a lot of people live with one kidney, right? Yes, there is evidence that they can remain healthy with just one kidney. However, they may face increased health risks, require lifelong medical monitoring, and have less reserve if that remaining kidney becomes damaged in the future. And that's where we have a concern. No amount of money can fully replace a lost organ. That's what I want you to know this morning, right? The issue should serve as a wake-up call, not only to young people, but also to the society, policymakers, parents, everyone listening to me. You'd have to try as much as you can to monitor your children, especially the young men. You heard that one say that he told his mom he was traveling to Lagos for a job, and then he went somewhere in Abuja, and then they locked him up for 1 month, and in that 1 month, they were preparing him psychologically, feeding him, waiting for the time for the transplant to be done. His parents were not aware. That's the world we have found ourselves. So I don't know what else to say. But however, there are also concerns that the Nigerian National Health Act of 2014 actually gives the doctors the right to take off organs. That's what I actually stumbled on while I was doing the research. But let's go into it, right? Now, there are key provisions of the National Health Act. What is prohibited in that Health Act? Number 1, when it has to do with buying or selling human organs, no payment except for reasonable costs like transport, medical procedures should be accepted. It is an offense. Now, another offense is when a doctor or a healthcare practitioner removes an organ or a tissue from a person without prior consent of the person, especially while alive, right? Or consent from the next of kin. Now, another one that is an offense in that National Health Act has to do with removing organs for commercial purposes or for transplant outside approved facilities. But unfortunately, that's what's going on. Now, there are conditions actually in that National Health Act for legal organ donation. The number 1 requirement is that the donor must be 18 years and above and mentally capable. But in that story we heard, that boy is barely 17, confirmed by VDM. You saw the video, it's all over social media. Now, the donor must also give an informed consent, must be obtained from the donor after full explanation of the risk. You must have told him, this is what you are going to expect. Right after the organs are removed, do they do these things? We are not aware. It must be done only in accredited hospitals. That is to say, there are some hospitals in Nigeria where this kind of surgeries can be performed. It's not all hospitals. Okay. And then we also have this one that says medical practitioners who carry this out must be registered and working in approved facilities. Now, are there penalties? Penalties for illegal harvesting. So let's say this one. Let me just read it out for the benefit of people who claim that they don't know that there are penalties. A word is enough for the wise. A fine of not less than 1 million naira or imprisonment for a term of not less than 5 years. Or you could be made to pay both the fine and also you'll be asked to, also take up the imprisonment, verdict, right? Okay. And then if it is a corporate body like a hospital, the fine is not less than 5 million naira. Now, there are a lot of things to that. However, my concern is that one activist, a medical doctor actually, who has been on top of this issue of organ harvesting, illegal organ harvesting in Nigeria, has been speaking with a loud voice from far back as 2022, 2023, according to my research, because these things keep coming up. And he says that there is need for some amendments to the Nigerian National Health Act. His name is Dr. Philip Njemanze, and he's actually the chairman of the Global Profile Pro-Life Alliance and former chairman of the Association of Catholic Medical Practitioners of Nigeria, who has been one of the most vocal critics of the National Health Act of 2014. And he has been calling for urgent amendments and even a repeal, citing national security and ethical concern. Now, I know this is all big grammar, but let me tell you why he has been screaming. He says there are loopholes in that National Health Act of 2014 that has to do with organ harvesting and trafficking. Number one, he argues that sections 48 and 51 of the National Health Act permits the removal and harvesting of organs and tissues without proper consent. He specifically warned that the act permits human organ poaching without consent, sections 48 and 51 of the National Health Act. Number two, he also says there is permission for export and import of embryos. Now, when we are talking about organ harvesting here, we are not just focusing on kidneys. It could be anything. Embryos, eggs, ovaries, of the woman could be removed. And he says that in section 51 of that act, it allows permission of the minister to export or import human embryos. And he says that's a problem. He also warns that if it is not amended, the act will facilitate the operations of international organized criminal cartel on human organs and ovarian egg trafficking that could lead to the deaths of millions of Nigerians. You know that most of these people have international bodies that they work with. I also saw a documentary where they said India used to be number one topmost country or nation for organ transplants. Why? They had a lot of poor people who would always go ahead to donate their organs. But right now, they are becoming aware. They now have a bulk of the population of young people living with only one kidney. And then it's a national concern. And now they don't even allow the Westerners come to their country anymore for transplants. That's the update I have on India. So they are trying as much as they can to curb that particular, I don't even know the word to call it now. It's a problem. And now the target has come to Nigeria. So there are a lot of concerns. In also that National Health Act, there are ethical and cultural concerns. He says Nigeria needs a health bill that reflects our lives, our beliefs, morals, and culture, and not one which will legitimize a biological colonialism of Nigeria. That's what he calls it. And he warned that paying poor women 45,000 naira to harvest their eggs can lead to kidney failure, liver failure, cancer, or deaths. He says that Article 51 and 53 of that act has to be expunged. And there should be an explicit ban on sale and trafficking of human ovarian eggs, embryos, embryonic tissues, cloning, even kidneys. There has to be a stop to it. If not, we would have an emergency on our hands. I don't want to go deep into what he says. However, what from everything he has been fighting against, sections 13, 20, 43, 45, 48, 51, 53, 58 of the National Health Act of 2014 ought to be amended for the safety of Nigerians. And I heard where he says that with this particular health act as it is now, you can walk into any facility and if care is not taken, your organ can be removed and nothing will happen. Bam, you heard it. There is problem. Okay, now it's time for me to open up the phone lines. I know you have a lot to say, okay? You have experiences you can call in to share briefly. Please, we are almost out of time. 0911 20022 or you call 0707 454 1014. There are also health consequences where people trade their organs for money. I'm going to talk about that briefly before we go, but quickly, let's squeeze in some calls. Good morning to you.
Good morning, the Slim Diva.
You are welcome. What's your name, please?
Alex is on the line.
Alex, it's good to have you. Go ahead quickly.
The story is very, very pathetic.
My brother.
I was listening. In fact, I just broke down.
Oh.
That this thing happened in this country.
Yes.
The other time we were hearing in Imo State that there is some kidnappers. When they kidnap you, you refuse to pay a certain amount of money they are requesting, you are gone. Then we harvest your organ. That thing was went viral in Imo State some months ago.
Oh my goodness, Alex, I'm so sorry I did not cut you off. Try as much as you can. Call me back. I'd love to hear the end part of what you have to say. Thank you. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. This is
Yes, you are welcome. What's your name and location? Quickly.
Rosemary from World Bank.
You are welcome. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. A lot is happening. I'm so speechless. I am so speechless.
Hey.
But what I can say is, since it seems the government is not really helping us here, we should help ourselves in the little way we can. By parents advising their children, be on the watch out.
Okay.
You understand? Make your children your friends so that they can be able to tell you everything and anything. Look at that boy that told the mom that he was going to Lagos for a job. You understand? So if you are very close to your children, I think some of these things can be avoided.
Okay.
Then secondly, I want everybody, I tell people around me, be health conscious. Like, know a little about it. So that when someone wants to play hanky-panky to you, will know. You understand? Just even if it's not your field, know a little about health. It will go a long way. It will go a long way. That's my contribution. And I want to thank the Eve Green people. Their Vita is so nice.
Oh,
I
you
just
got it.
It's so nice. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Rosemary. I guess Rosemary was a winner last week or so, and she has called to confirm that she got the product. Thank you so much, Rosemary. I appreciate you. Hello, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Mary. My name is Kikuli. I'm calling from Water.
You are welcome. Go ahead quickly.
I don't even know what to say, but a lot is going on in Nigeria that we've not heard about and we've not seen. Just look at every day we are getting news of this and that. The person that said he received 780,000. What can 780,000?
Thank you.
What can he do for you? You have to be on job. You have to go for medical checkups maybe every 3 months or 6 months, as the case may be.
God will help
it's
us.
terrible.
I was just listening to you, and I just called my 5-year-old son. I said, "See,
oh no.
if anybody tells you to sell any part of your body, tell that person no. You come and report me." That was what I did just now.
Yeah. Very, very, very good, because we have to catch them young. A lot is going on, my sister.
God will help us.
Amen. Peculiar. I know you're not a winner on the show, right? You've not won anything, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to try? Do you want to answer my question?
All right, let me try.
Okay, go ahead quickly and tell me, list the Eve Green products that was introduced recently. Quickly.
Okay. Eve Green, Vita, and Eve Green Fufu Flour.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Where can people get the Eve Green products?
It's everywhere in the market, or supermarket, or you go to number 1 Old Stadion Lane, Kelesi store. KC store, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know the number, but
Is it not Kele store?
No, KC store.
All right. Peculiar will get to find out if you are a winner, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. And she has already started talking to her 5-year-old son in particular to be very careful. We have a long way to go in this country. I know that Rosemary says we should help ourselves, know a little bit about health. But what happens when you are unconscious? My sister, what happens when a person is unconscious and is rushed to a hospital, especially a private facility, where urgent surgery will be carried out on the person? At that point, you might not know what's going on, and the next thing, maybe few years down the line, you go to the hospital because you're having pain in your stomach to do a scan, only for them to tell you you have 1 kidney. That's reality, my sister, and that's what's going on. More calls. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Auntie Mary.
Yes, please. Good morning.
Good morning. This is the only man with the 5 fingers of God, Mr. Kiddy.
This only man with the 5 fingers of God. It's high time your full hand should come down on earth, because a lot is going on, my brother.
I am listening to this program. I am crying in my heart because I've been listening to Dr. Njaman the things.
Okay.
Crying in the social media since 2016. It says 29.
Oh, 2015 or 2016.
Those things crying. It's not today now.
Okay.
That's why Ekweremadu, you know that he called Ekweremadu out. That Ekweremadu is the one that does such things. That he told Ekweremadu one-on-one. You understand? So when Ekweremadu was the vice president, was the Senate vice president. Yeah, deputy Senate president. So those, you see, so God should help us. So we are doing in this country.
Wonderful. I know you don't even know what to say anymore. But
no. We are really doing in this country. We are really doing.
No,
we are really doing.
Let's be.
If you are going to hospital, you should be careful.
Okay.
Careful.
Okay.
Careful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you want to answer my question?
Don't give me a hard one.
Go ahead and give me the distributor's phone number for Eve Green Foods here in Imo State.
I don't touch them. You don't give me the one. You don't give me the hard one now. You want me to
You are a strong man, the holy man with the fingers of God, and you cannot answer it.
I'm not kind of a head. I tell you the truth. If you want to give me winner, give me winner.
You can consult with God now. How can you have the 5 fingers of God and you are failing a question? Wonderful. Okay, hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome. Uzoma, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, your name has been sent to the distributor and you get your gift very soon, okay?
All right.
Go ahead quickly.
So my contribution to the program and the topic on grounding. Let everybody be careful. Like most of us, like according to the young boy that I heard the voice from the record. Meaning that he wanted something in exchange to his organ. Everything is not all about money.
Yeah.
It will not be looking up to that.
I can
All
hear
the
there's
money
a
can buy
distorting sound. Oh, Zoma, I'm so sorry. There's a distorting sound at the background. When you do call me, please try as much as you can to make sure that no device is on in that environment, okay? Thank you. Sorry I had to let you go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, the Slim Diva.
Hello.
I come back, Alex.
Oh,
Alex,
quickly,
thanks,
Alex. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, this thing is very, very worrisome. So I don't know how can somebody go and say the fighter. This is very, very worrisome in this country. We should educate our children
Okay.
in this. And those ones that are matured enough, I don't know if it's poverty, but you don't have any right to sell one of your organs. God created us with those things.
Okay.
So we should be careful out there.
Okay, we should be careful. Do you want to answer
yes,
me?
nobody-
You want to answer my question this morning?
Yeah, I have not answered before. Please, let me try.
You try. Go ahead and give me the distributor's phone number for Eve Green Foods here in Owerri. Quickly.
Okay, the distribution phone number is 0814 664 6966.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, my final answer.
Okay, we get to find out at the end of the show if you are a winner. Thank you so much. And we'll squeeze in one more call, one or two more calls, and that will be it on today's edition. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Echo Radio.
You're welcome. My name is Mary, the Slim Diva. What's yours, please?
My name is Awuja, calling from Nekede.
Awuja, it's been a while. How have you been?
Business kept me away.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So you see, the issue on ground, I think it's the same type of issue that sentenced Ikekwe mother and the wife to prison in overseas.
Go ahead.
But you see, I don't know why we prefer money to our lives. And there is no amount of money you will get that can supersedes your life. And sometimes some people don't know even what they are doing. They don't know those agents and the agencies. They don't know exactly the plans with them with those agents and the medical personnel. Some people are taken unaware and invention. But I think the government should take a very big step to fight out this. And any person that is seen, even the person that was his organ was taken away, sorry. Then and the person that acted as agent or whatever should be imprisoned.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a temper of human life. Nothing. It is just like they have killed people because undoubtedly part of their body has gone out.
Very true.
It will not come back again, and from there you start dying. From there you start dying. So let us be guided, and I think every family should be educating their children. When somebody tells you something that is so strange, go to your parents and report to them, so that they can start knowing what to do in time before it happens. It happens. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would have gone ahead to ask you, but somehow we have our winners for today. Messages on WhatsApp. I have this one that says, okay, Mary, good morning to you. Hope you're doing great today. My name is Glory Chika, texting from Owerri. Please, when will I receive my own gift? Yes, you were one of the winners for last week. Your names have been sent across, and this week you get text messages telling you exactly when to pick up your gift. Thank you very much. This one says, Bonjour Mary, I am Ejike Ogbonna, radiating from Izombe. Mary, your topic today is educative and we have learned a lot from it, and I want to seize this opportunity to ask parents to talk to their children because things are really happening in this part of the world. Thank you. Thank you too. And this one says, good morning. Oh, God help us. God help us. I agree with you. Thank you so much for your message. And we have this one from Saint Emmanuel, and he says, oh, okay. It is criminality to remove someone's organ or anything from someone's body without his or her consent, but not for a minor. there is where the health education comes in to educate and enlighten our people on the merits and demerits on donation of any part of our bodies. The case of this boy is pure criminality and the culprits have to face the consequences. I totally agree with Dr. Njemanze. This is from Scientist Emmanuel. Thank you, Scientist Emmanuel. I appreciate you. Chukudie Werem from Worubi, my friend. The Slim Diva, I love your program. Thank you so much. And he says, God bless you for your topics. Very educating. Thank you, Chukudi from Worubi. Let's quickly go over to Facebook and see if we have messages. Rahul says, Nawa, my brother Nawa. This one, I don't even know what to say. And this one is from Irom Nakachike Austin. And he says, good morning. I am following up. Thank you, Chike. Uchenna Clever, I cite you. And he says, Nawa, my brother. This one, I don't even know what to say. Ekemini Nse says, good morning, Mary the Slim Divan, most adorable. I appreciate your good work. Thank you so much, Ekemini. Humphrey Anochili says, what on earth will make people transform their minds to that of a sadist? My brother, this your question is jam question. I don't know the answer. Chukwemeka Duru. Good morning, the beautiful Slim Diva. I appreciate you on your researches and sharing and all you do to share to the public. God bless you more. My name is Prince Michael from Irete. Thank you, Prince Michael. And Ofo Esther, I cite you. And she says, good morning. Good morning to you, Ofo Esther. Okay, quickly, in summary, I'd like to tell everyone listening, especially the young people who have the intention to go sell off their kidneys, sell off any part of your bodies, be it your sperm. Some students have started donating their sperms for money against their will. Some students are already harvesting their eggs, selling it off against their will for money. A lot is going on, a lot is going on. If I open my mouth to say what I know, this program will not end. But it's quite unfortunate that sometimes I don't even know how this time flies. But there are health consequences. That's why I'm saying all these things. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Infection. Number one is infection from unsterile or unsterilized, equipment, which can lead to sepsis, abscess, or even death if it is done in a place that is not properly, taken well clean or accredited. Just know that you'll be exposing yourself to infection, bleeding, blood clots, internal bleeding, pulmonary embolism. That's big grammar. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know. There could be anesthesia complications, heart problem, breathing issues, especially without proper screening. There could be organ damage, injury to your liver, injury to your spleen, bowel, during, when the surgery is not done in the right way. Poor wound healing, hernias at the surgical site. These are all problems that could come up. Long-term physical health consequences include high blood pressure. Single kidney has to work harder, which is usually very common after one kidney has gone off. There could be kidney disease, kidney failure. The remaining kidney can wear out faster. Risk of chronic kidney disease goes up, especially if you get diabetes or hypertension later on. Protein in your urine, early sign. The remaining kidney is stressed. There could be reduced ability to handle illness, dehydration, other infections that can damage the single kidney faster. I have a lot to say. What of social health and mental health consequences? Stigma, secrecy, exploitation, depression, regrets, anxiety, name it. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to stop here because of time. Winifred, I see you. Uzoma Anayochuku Progress, I see you. Thank you all for your messages on Facebook. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take all the messages this morning, but I really appreciate. Ogaima, thank you as well. And the winners for today, Alex and Peculiar from World Bank. Thank you so much. Peculiar, you are a winner for today. Alex, you are also a winner. Send in your numbers to the WhatsApp number 0707 491 3438. 0707 491 3438. God bless you. Tomorrow we'll have another interesting topic, and guess what? I'll be having guests on tomorrow's edition. My name is Mary, the Slim Diva. Up next at 12, we'll bring you the news. Stay tuned.
Aha! Ndị be anyị ndị Eve Green Food ebuterela anyị nri ọma abụọ. Ọ bụ Eve Green Vita nakwa fufu flour.
Yes so Eve Green Vita bụ nri ọma ya bụ ị na-elo akpịrị ga na-egwu egwu. O nwere fiber ga-eme ka ị ghara inwe weight rie nne. Eve Green Vita nwere vitamin A n'ime ya. Ị ga-eji ụdị ofe ọbụla wee lodaa ya fiam.
Kedụzi maka fufu flour? Ebe ahụ ka nke bụ nri dịzinụ. Maka na arụrụ ya n'ụzọ pụrụ iche, o nweghị isi. Bịa nwee carbohydrate nke ọma n'ime ya nakwa protein iji nyere gị aka ịnọrọ n'ezi ọnọdụ ahụike. Naanị nkeji ise ka ị ga-eji mee ya na-ejighị gbawa ọsụsọ ọbụla ịsụ ya asụ. O nweghị abụba n'ime ya, o nweghị cholesterol, ọ bụ naanị akpụ ka eji rụọ ya kpọm.
Nri abụọ ndị a dị na 1 kg. Ị ga-azụta ya n'ọdụ ahịa ọbụla dị n'ala anyị.
Ngwa sonyere anyị na Twitter, Facebook nakwa Instagram @EveGreenFood maka ajụjụ ngwakọ.
KC Stores, number 1 Stadium Lane, Owerri. Telephone number 08146646966. A ka chọkwuru ndị nkesa ahịa. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na nke a, kpọọ ọfịs nọmba anyị 09083288888.
Eve Green Foods, rie nri dị mma ma nwee ezi ọnọdụ ahụike.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How you can suspend me here? Are we the slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo,
people, this not story time on Top Echo
and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the fresh news people. It's the news at noon on Echo FM 100.7.
Good afternoon to you and welcome to the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri, the station with fair and balanced reporting. My name is Mary Omeni Wode, bringing you the latest news and breaking stories around the world this afternoon. Here are the headlines. Investing in women's health not optional, says federal government. Abia Police Commissioner inspects divisions, warns officers against misconduct. Terrorists using dead persons' accounts for crowdfunding. This is according to the NFRU. On the foreign scene, U.S. steps up military training for Nigerian troops. And stocks rise. Oil slips as traders eye Iran threat. On sports news, Ajayi escapes hamstring injury, set for Coventry. Details shortly. As usual, we start off with national stories that says the federal government has stated that investment in women's health is critical to achieving Nigeria's economic ambition of becoming a $1 trillion economy, declaring that improving the well-being of women must be treated as a foundation for sustainable development. The Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, stated that the federal government was strengthening policies and institutional structures to promote women's economic empowerment, gender equality, family development, and protection. The minister also called for stronger collaboration among government, the private sector, civil society organizations, healthcare professionals, and other stakeholders to improve outcomes for women. The former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi, who stressed the need to link women's health with economic development, urged political leaders and policymakers to give greater attention to women's access to healthcare and education. And from there, we'll move over to Abia State, where the Commissioner of Police in Abia, Wilfred Olutokunbo Afolabi, has continued his unannounced visits to police divisions and formations across the state, using the exercise to assess officers' commitment to duty and the operational challenges confronting them. The latest inspection took the commissioner to Eziama Obohil and Ndi Egoro police divisions, as well as the Central Police Station Aba, shortly after the flag-off of the Community Safety Partnership Initiative in the city. Unlike routine official visits, the inspections were conducted without prior notice, allowing Afolabi to see firsthand how officers were performing their duties, the condition of their working environment, and the challenges affecting operations. During the visits, the commissioner commended the officers for their turnout and the cleanliness of the various formations. He however, observed manpower shortages in some divisions, including a heavy presence of female personnel in certain formations. Afolabi therefore urged the officers to make the best use of the available manpower, stressing that every police officer, regardless of gender, is professionally trained and capable of performing assigned duties effectively. And over to this sad information that says 7 persons have been killed and 2 others injured in a multiple road crash involving 3 vehicles around Kara on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC Ogun State Sector Command disclosed this in a statement signed by its spokesperson, Superintendent Route Commander Afolabi Odunsi. The crash reportedly involving a white CNG CIMC truck, a white trailer, and a canter with registration number. According to the statement, the 9 victims involved in the crash were all male. The FRSC stated that the Ibafo Outpost Command received the report and arrived at the scene 5 minutes after the incident. The Corps classified the incident as a fatal multiple road traffic crash, adding that a speed violation was identified as the probable cause, subject to further investigation. The deceased victims were evacuated from the scene by the Ogun State Ambulance Service, while the injured have been taken to the hospital for medical treatment. In the same vein, pandemonium broke out in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, as members of rival transport unions clashed, leaving more than 5 persons injured and hospitalized. The violence, which disrupted activities around the Idiraraba and Itakudimo areas of Metropolis, was said to have followed an alleged attack on the office of the National Association of Road Transport Owners, and residents and motorists fled the area when the situation escalated. A resident by name Mubarak Bello revealed that the disturbance began when some youths arrived in tricycles armed with machetes and other weapons and moved toward the NATO office. A member of NATO, Abubakar, accused members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, and the Tricycle Owners and Operators Association of Nigeria of attacking members of the association. He added that the association would not resort to self-help insisting that its members had chosen to pursue redress through lawful means. The clash comes amid growing tension over the operation of tricycles and the activities of transport unions in parts of the state. It's exactly 9 minutes past noon. If you just tune in, you are listening to the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Here's a recap of the headlines. Investing in women's health, not optional, says federal government. Abia Police Commissioner inspects divisions, warns officers against misconduct. Terrorists using dead persons' accounts for crowdfunding, says NFRU. And on the foreign scene, U.S. steps up military training for Nigerian troops. Stocks rise, oil slips as traders eye Iran threats. And on sports news still to come, Ajayi escapes hamstring injury, set for Coventry. We'll bring you details after this timeout. Please stay tuned.
No sell your vote, no sell your vote. No matter the thing them they tell you.
It's the campaign season. Now is the time to stay alert. Watch out. Aspirants from all political parties will soon visit your villages and communities. They will make promises they cannot keep. Vote for the person, not the party. Vote for credibility. Do not be misled by lies, empty promises, gifts, or money. Ask important questions. What are their plans for the economy, jobs, healthcare, education, and security? Can we trust them with our future? Get your PVC ready. Vote for candidates with integrity, capacity, and a proven track record. In the 2027 elections, make the right choice. For you, for your children, for Nigeria. Your vote is your power. Your vote is your future. When it's time to vote, vote wisely.
Vote now only with your PVC, man. Sell your vote, you don't sell your future, but that's sell your birthright. How much divide them by 4 years? How much with that?
This message is brought to you by Echo FM 100.7 Owerri as part of our corporate social responsibility.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, you are listening to the Global News at Noon right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. And now, business news. In business, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFRU, has uncovered an emerging crowdfunding network being exploited to raise and channel funds for terrorist operations. This is as the agency said terrorist financiers were opening bank accounts in women's names as well as using phone numbers for mobile banking or account alerts that are not registered to the account holder or the true beneficiary. The disclosures were contained in the NFRU's 2025 annual report. According to the report, the crowdfunding scheme involves foreign-based facilitators using social media platforms to solicit donations under the guise of humanitarian relief or educational support before moving the funds through multiple layers to terrorist operatives in Nigeria. The NFRU stated that its findings were translated into targeted advisories, executive alerts, and strategic intelligence products to support competent authorities, reporting entities, and policy responses. A security expert, Chidi Omeje, called on Nigeria's security and financial intelligence institutions to enhance their operational strategies to counter the rising sophistication of non-state actors in the country. Over now to the foreign scene, where United States forces have commenced training for Nigerian troops in unmanned aircraft systems, combat casualty care, and other military skills as part of efforts to strengthen security cooperation between both countries. The training was conducted at an operating location in Bauchi State and formed part of a broader U.S.-Nigerian security cooperation mission aimed at enhancing military capability, readiness, and long-term partner capacity. This was contained in a report by the United States Africa Command. It said the training opportunities were developed based on the expertise available among U.S. forces and areas identified by their Nigerian counterparts as beneficials. This is coming after AFRICOM in July disclosed that the U.S. had withdrawn most of the troops deployed to Nigeria for a specific counter-terrorism operation, while retaining an intelligence sharing and security partnership with Nigeria. And over now to sports news, where Hull City have been handed a major boost after their weekend win over Manchester United, with Super Eagles defender Semi Ajayi being cleared of a hamstring injury and set to be included in the squad for Saturday's trip to Coventry City. Ajayi had been substituted in the 64th minute of Hull's 2-0 victory over Manchester United at the MKM Stadium after complaining of hamstring stiffness, prompting concern over his availability. However, the defender has since come through subsequent checks without any issues alongside fellow goalscorer Noah Mendy, who had also been withdrawn with an adductor complaint. And that's all for the global news at noon this afternoon, as was brought to you directly from our news desk. For more information and inquiries, please visit us on social media on Facebook at Echo FM and Echo FM 100.7 Owerri, on X at Echo FM _Owerri, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, and YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by visiting www.echofm.net, that is www.echofm.net, or search for us on Radio Garden by typing Echo FM 100.7 Owerri, Nigeria, and then listen to us anywhere in the world. My name is Mary Omeniwode. Thank you so much for listening. Good afternoon to you.